Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, Israel, rule and teach well. Shalom and salutations to all the Akim on the highways and byways, trying to push his truth out in sincerity. And shalom to all the Akim on online and social media, trying to push his truth out, trying to edify our brothers and sisters of this truth. And the truth always comes out in the end, and all these lies, push back into that darkness, man. Just very quickly, just wanted to get literally a couple of scriptures before I have to start this plantation once again. It's just about, wiping the slate clean. Having to wipe the slate clean for Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, to come into this kingdom, man, to have that light coming into you, man, because a lot of our people are in darkness right now. They don't want to let go of what they got here, but what you got here, is nothing, man, compared to the kingdom that's at hand. I remember just quickly, being younger, people ask you what you want to do when you're older, and I say, I just want a house and a car. And then, is that really it? As you grow up, you realize, not a lot of people, not everyone realize, man, because they've got the wall over their eyes. But once you come back to the Lord, you realize all these things are nothing, man, and all perishable. Really, it's just a quick few scriptures, just saying, we need to come back, wiping the slate clean, getting rid of all this confusion that's in our head, and just having that one track mind, and just coming back to the Heavenly Father, and like I said, wiping that slate clean, man. So I'm just going to get the book of Matthew. I'll get the book of Matthew, and I believe it's chapter 18. Chapter 18 and verse 1, and it says, "At the same time came the disciples unto Yahawashi, saying, Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And Yahawashi called a little child unto him, and set him in the midst of them, and said, Verily I say unto you," so truly, "I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter in the kingdom of heaven." So it says, unless you become as little children, and who are little children? They start, little children start off, innocent. They start off with that clean slate. I'm talking about. They start off with a clean slate. And it's whatever we put into the children is whatever the outcome is. You reap whatever you sow, you shall reap. And if you got a father, through the curses, a lot of our people didn't grow up with their father. But if you got a father, and you're living with that father, it's for him to sow the righteous seed in you, which is out of these scriptures. But if your father wasn't coming out of these scriptures, you didn't have a father, then you're learning off of this kingdom and learning off of this world, just like your fathers did. And that's folly and confusion and darkness, man. Because if they weren't coming out of here, then they didn't have the light in them to be able to show you. So what they do to them children is, them children become corrupted. Their minds become corrupted, and their spirit, is all over the place. They have the spirit of confusion and the spirit of slumber, man. If your daddy was out too busy going out meeting women, or too busy doing whatever, then he didn't have time to install into you this righteousness, which is in these scriptures, man. So it says, unless ye become as little children, you shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. I'm going to get Romans. It's the book of Romans, chapter 12. Romans chapter 12, verse 2. It says, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High." So it says, be not conformed to this world, man. And this is how I was saying, if your father's not coming out of these scriptures, and you're not coming out of these scriptures, what are you really teaching your children? And what have you been taught yourself, as a grown-up? How many many years or whatever you've grown up in this place, what have you really learned, man? Because, you know, if it's not out of these scriptures, then you've got corruption in you, you know. Your mind's been corrupted, you know, your mind's been programmed in a certain way, to go off, man, and not follow the Heavenly Father. And this is why we can't be conformed to this world, and we need to transform and renew our minds, you know. And to renew something, you know, like a bin bag, you know, when it's full up of garbage, you got to empty it out and get a fresh one, man. But then, you know, a bin bag continues to get filled with garbage once and again. But, you know, us, you know, with our mind, we need to, you know, empty out that garbage out of our mind, put a fresh, you know, have that fresh, clean slate, and then fill it up with truth and righteousness, man, which is these scriptures, man, that Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi ordained for us to follow. But we don't want to do that. We'd rather be filled up with garbage, you know. You know, and this, you know, what got, you know, the garbage, you know, if you got garbage, you know, it stinks, you know. Your spirit stinks, man. You're not shining. There's no shine in you, you know, there's no light coming off you. And this is why Yahawashi said, come as little children, man. Because these children have that clean slate where you can be built up in the spirit, you know, and have that right spirit on you, man. That glow, which we lack, man. We lack from following every other nation, you know, and not following the Heavenly Father, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. I'm gonna get First John 2:28. And now, little children, you know. So he's speaking to us as little children, you know. He says, and now, little children, abide in him, that when he shall appear, you may have confidence and not be ashamed before him at his coming, man. And who wants to be ashamed of the Heavenly Father, man, with your Yahawashi, you know, when you gotta face him, you know, you gotta face the music, you know. You're gonna be ashamed, man, if you've put enough folly, wickedness into your head, man. What position are you gonna have, you know, in that day to come, man? Surely you want that a good position, you know. And you get a job, you don't want to be the floor sweeper your whole life, you know, at the bottom. You know, you want to raise yourself up to a certain level, you know, and keep building on what you know, and be wise in whatever you do, you know, being wise and building up wisdom, to get yourself in a better position. And, you know, when we're talking about this world and this kingdom, to get yourself in a better position overall is to come back to these scriptures, you know. And, you know, in the coming of Yahawashi, you're not going to be ashamed, man. Otherwise, you're gonna have a lot to answer for, man. If you've been going off and doing wickedness, you're gonna have a lot to answer for. But if you've been following these scriptures and that, you know, then you're going to be looked at as a good servant of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. And this is what we're trying to do, man. We're not doing this for no game, man. This ain't no game, man. People need to realize this is far from a game, man. This is serious stuff, man. If people knew me from before, you know, the whole change around that I've had to make. And this is, you know, the biggest change around I've had to make in my life. So you know it's not a game, man. Come on, man. I can easily go back into, you know, it's so easy to go back into the world and act like a fool, man. Go get some weed, you know, just do whatever, man. That shit's easy, you know. Who wants it easy, man? We need to, you know, this is why many are called and few are chosen, man. And you know, the Most High chose us, man. Like, we didn't choose him. So, you know, he chose me to do a job, man, the most important job. I'm just gonna get the book of James real quickly. Yeah, this ain't a long one at all. Just wanted to quickly say, man, we need to just renew our minds, man, and come out of this foolishness, man. You know, this is the only way we're gonna make it in this place. This is the book of James, chapter 1. Book of James, chapter 1 and verse 27. Sorry, it's Salakia, Book of James, chapter 1, verse 22. Be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves, man. So we need to do this word, man, not just hear it like, yeah, I know I'm an Israelite, man. We're good, man. Yeah. I believe in the Most High. Yeah. Shalom, shalom. No, that's not going to work. We need to do this work, man. We really need to put in this work for Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, the Most High. We're not doing it in vain, man. We're doing it for the Most High power. People need to realize that. And this is the last one. I wasn't going to get this, but, it just came into my mind. This book, Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahawah thy power, to observe to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that Yahawah thy power will set thee high above all nations of the earth, man, and all these blessings shall come upon thee and overtake thee. It shall if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of Yahawah thy power. So that's what we got to do, man. Follow these law, statute, commandments. Come back to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. We're going to have these blessings, man. But you ain't going to be blessed, man. You're going to stay in these curses, man, if you don't want to come back. And that's it, man. So, yeah, renew your mind. Come back as little children, man. Humble yourself, get rid of that pride. And serve the Heavenly Father, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, man. That's all I wanted to get, man. So, on that note, I'm going to give all praises to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Barakatah Yahawah. Barakatah Yahawashi. Shalom Israel.